Bitcoin pumped 11% in 36 hours. Cardano founders, former Pentad. Minswap stealing night tokens. Iagon listing on another big exchange. Keep watching to see why I'm still bullish. Another week, another absolute circus in crypto. No fluff, no intros. We're jumping straight into this week's madness, starting with the charts. So we can see Bitcoin is currently at 93.4 thousand. Ethereum is at 3.2 thousand. Cardano is at 0.45 USD, and Iagon is at 0.1129 USD. You can see here in the last 7 days, we've had quite a volatile week. I believe it roughly equated to like an 11% down and an 11% up. You can see it sort of started, we're finishing where we started in the last week. And that is represented here as well. Not much doing. Vanguard's popped an absolute 180 on crypto with the 11 trillion giant opening the gates for their investors to access Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs. This has shocked many, as they were initially quite staunch against crypto, whilst all the other asset managers were fighting for first dibs on the crypto cake. They were a bit more hands-off. News like this indicates a market shift to me, with hopefully more bullish news on the way, because they don't do things for no reason, right? Bitcoin pumped nearly 11% in 36 hours, as I said before. So you can see here that I think we got a wick down to 83.8, and the highest wick we've gotten recently is nearly a flat 94,000. I believe this was caused by a mixture of Vanguard's U-turn, whales still buying during that correction, shorts being liquidated, Fed ending quantitative tightening on December the 1st, and also signaling a rate cut of some sort during this month. This is all great, but we need to remember, is this just a dead cat bounce? Is this a bullish reversal? Or are we going to sit in some sort of an accumulation range or a shortened bear cycle, some sort of an awkward phase? Where are we? What are we doing? Where do you guys see the market going? Are we getting a Santa rally or just a bit of coal? The Cardano community's wishes have been granted. Santa's come early this year. After last week's attack on Cardano, IOHK, Emergo, Intersect, Midnight, and the Cardano Foundation have all put their ill feelings in the past and are committing to working with each other in order to grow the Cardano network, recognizing a lack of leadership in the space. The founding organizations have formed together as a Pentad, requesting 70 million ADA from the Treasury in order to assist with the Tier 1 stablecoins, institutional custody and wallets, on-chain analytics, cross-chain bridges, and globally recognized pricing oracle. This is incredible news. I believe the Treasury request at the time of making this video has either received the needed votes or is very, very close. Whilst it's awesome to see the Pentad work together to get these much needed pillars for the network, I hope they have positive plans for projects already working on the network that are working on said issues, like stablecoins that already exist and projects like C3 that have oracles. Overall, this is incredible news. It's about time. Better late than never. Frank Templeton has created a new index ETF called Easy Peasy, containing some ADA. A shift in sentiment on the macro space from Vanguard and the US government, the formation of the Pentad to acquire Chain Essentials, and technical analysis from hard money research all point in the direction that the best is yet to come, especially for undervalued tokens like ADA. I've shared news in the past few weeks and this week, all indicating that we're in some sort of a prolonged bear market or even an accumulation phase, and a real bull run is yet to happen. I think ADA, and especially its top native tokens, are due for a life-changing run. Where do you see ADA and its top native tokens going over the next year? Minswap has been at the center of some drama over the last few weeks. NAV has highlighted that they've gone against their own policy by putting up what happens to liquidity providers' night tokens that they've earned. This is simply black and white if you and the Minswap team read their policy. It clearly states that users of the DApp who provide liquidity in the form of digital assets via non-custodial smart contracts shall at all times remain the beneficial owners of such digital assets. So to me, the fact that this has even gone to a vote is disgusting, and a show of disregard to their liquidity providers. NAV has taken this a step further and stated if this vote goes ahead and option 1 doesn't win, the Iagon team will take their liquidity elsewhere. I personally believe, regardless of the outcome, there will be a decent amount of liquidity providers who will move their funds elsewhere, and honestly, the Iagon team should probably do the same as well. Regardless of the outcome, people's night tokens were up for debate is a total disregard to people's earn tokens. Liquidity providers are the foundation of DEXs, so to show them such a lack of respect unfortunately speaks volumes to me. Don't be surprised to see liquidity flow into DEXs like Wing Riders, Sunday Swap, or C-Swap. I think Minswap's slice of the pie has just gotten a bit smaller. What are your thoughts on Minswap's drama? No one knows what it means, but it's provocative. The Iagon team have shared another mysterious message indicating that some sort of progress has been made. NAV later shed some light stating that it was a big exchange, only adding more fuel to the hype. This adds to Iagon's momentum, adding to their resume of getting things done. This makes me and the community bullish on Iagon. Who do you guys think this big exchange is? To me, big means Binance, Coinbase, or Crypto.com. They've previously hinted at Crypto.com, so that's my pick. Out of curiosity, I also asked Grok to see who it thought would list Iagon next. So I used the clues provided by the Iagon team, specifically Nav. He stated that it was a big exchange that cleared their due diligence and that not many make it through their DD, right? So I went on to Grok and I said, which crypto exchanges have strict vendor due diligence? Gave me a list of them. So we've got Coinbase, Kraken. We're already listed on Kraken. Gemini, I sort of ruled that out because they have a poor attitude towards Cardano. Crypto.com, I personally am favoring Crypto.com, and Binance. I don't think Binance actually has a strict due diligence. I think they list any shitcoin, to be honest. So I also am mentally ruling out that one. Right, so I got all this information, why it did that and blah, blah, blah. Then I combined all of the clues together. So I said, based on this information, Iagon's current exchange listings and the fact that their CEO stated not many projects make it through the exchange's vendor due diligence, which exchange do you think they'll be listed on next? So it gave me all this information. It went through all the exchanges they are listed on, and it gave some notable absences. Right, pieced it all together. Alignment with the strict VDD, strategic fit and momentum. It believes it's going to be Coinbase next. So Grok thinks Coinbase, I think Crypto.com. Another week, another chunk of free advertising for Iagon with the latest AWS outage. 800 plus Iagon nodes operating and continue to do so through this outage. This to me is bullish, as the flaws of centralized clouds are becoming more prevalent, which means companies repeatedly affected by these outages will be eventually fed up and look for alternatives. Iagon is currently growing, making connections and proving their worth at the right place at the right time. Could be the perfect storm for an epic bull run and adoption on Iagon. So that wraps up another weekly roundup. I hope this information has been useful and kept you informed on what's happened in the last week. Be sure to subscribe to me on YouTube or follow me on X to stay up to date with the latest news, and drop a like and comment to provide some feedback or make a request. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.